All right, what is going on YouTube? It is Boss Man Spencer, aka Isaiah Brenden.
Sorry.
All right, YouTube, what is going on? It is Boss Man Spencer, aka Isaiah from Ascent Sports, and we are finally back with the 2023-2024 record predictions, starting it out with, of course, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's give that a gunshot. And also, it isn't just me. We are joined by, we got Jimmy. Jimmy, would you like to say hello to the people? We got Jimmy
Hello,
on the
everyone.
screen. Hello, everybody. And we got Brenden on the screen. Hi, Brenden. Do you
Hello,
have
hello,
lines?
hello.
Oh, you didn't talk immediately. I didn't know if you had lines or not. Anyway,
Oh, I didn't know.
Steven unfortunately is not joining us today, but we do have his picks. So, like I said earlier, we are going to be starting with the Steelers, but we are doing the whole NFL. So make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're interested to see our whole predictions. And with that said, let's get to it. So starting out, week 1 against the San Francisco 49ers. Humbly, I have us losing that. I know we're week 1 Steelers. I know we do what we do. But humbly, I have us losing that. But then week 2 against the Browns, we beat them Monday Night Football. I'm going to be in attendance for that game. We are going to be in attendance for that game. We're going to have a table set up with all of our merch. Shout out to FanDuel and DraftKings, both of them. They both sponsored us, and we're gonna the FanDuel DraftKings merch. Check us out. We won't do that. But next, week 3 against the Raiders, I have us taking a W against them. Could be a loss, but I have us taking a W. Next, the Texans, I have us beating the Texans. Then, week 5, I have us losing to the Ravens, but then bouncing back, getting a win against the Rams, but then losing to the Jaguars, beating the Titans, losing to Green Bay of all teams. Because I'm being objectively humble here. And then losing to the Browns, losing to the Bengals, but then beating the Cardinals, beating the Patriots, beating the Colts, losing to the Bengals again. So yes, we are swept by the Bengals. But then finishing the season on a 2-game win streak, beating Seattle and beating the Ravens to give us an overall record of 10-7. And that to me is very objective, very fair. Don't get me wrong. I could see 11, maybe even 12 wins out of this if we just don't fuck up. If we don't mess it up for ourselves, I could see 11, 12 wins out of this. But the horrible offensive coordinator with, maybe a shitty quarterback in Kenny Pickett. That's what everybody says. So maybe that's what's going to happen, and we're just going to stink. Because, all I'm going to say is we've been being predicted to, not be very good for a while. For year after year after year after year after year. It's like this is the year the Steelers fall off, and it hasn't happened. So, 10 wins. Hell yeah.
So week 1, I got us losing to the 49ers. They have a good defense, it's gonna be hard to stop them.
Hell yeah.
Week 2, we're gonna beat the Browns at home. Week 3 and 4, we're gonna beat the Raiders and Texans. Week 5, we're coming back home, we're gonna beat the Ravens. We got a bye week. Coming off that, we're gonna beat the Rams in LA. Then we're gonna lose to the Jags. After that, we're gonna beat the Texans and Green Bay, can lose to the Browns and Bengals, beat the Cardinals, beat the Patriots, beat the Colts, and week 16, big game, beat the Bengals, then beat the Seahawks, and finally lose to the Ravens in week 18. But by that point, we have 12 wins, 5
Whoo!
losses.
12 wins for the Pittsburgh Steelers. 12 of them. Hell yeah. Honestly, I wanted to go that direction, but I'm trying to be objective, trying to be fair. 12 wins though. The schedule is easy as hell.
Yeah.
Like very easy. If we had Ben, not to say one is better than the other, Ben's last year versus Kenny's first year, who knows? But just the overall status of it all, just if we had Big Ben, I would be, yeah, bro, playoffs easily. Easily.
Easy.
So, for my record for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I as well have us losing this week 1 game to the 49ers. I don't think it's impossible because I don't know what quarterback they're going with. Lance, Darnold, Purdy, whoever. Um, but this is just gonna. I think this game has potential to suck. And just be like really defensive, and like week one Steelers, week one Niners. We'll see. I think the Niners will come up on top, but it's not impossible for us to win that though. But then I do have us beating the Browns because Isaiah said yes, we are planning to go to that game and will, pending God
Yo,
forbid natural
SeatGeek,
disasters and whatnot. But
come
fact, SeatGeek,
sponsor it. The people want it.
we could have used the discount too, but
Yeah, SeatGeek, what's with the fees? Can we? All right, let's not fuck up. Let's not fuck up the sponsorship. But what's with the fees, SeatGeek? Let me know.
Big fact.
But yeah, I have us beating the Browns Monday Night Football and beating the Raiders, then beating the Texans, but then losing to the Ravens. And then we have our bye week. Coming off the bye week, a little spooky traveling to the West Coast, just with history, but we have won there before. I'm going to say we do beat the Rams. The fans do travel well as well, so hopefully they'll show out. But I do have us losing to the Jaguars, then beating the Titans, beating the Packers, but then a pretty bad Ohio stretch here. I have us losing to the Browns and then losing to the Bengals. But I have us beating the Cardinals, beating the Patriots, beating the Colts, and beating the Bengals. I was thinking about maybe the Bengals sweep us. They definitely could. We played both late games and they seem to get rolling late recently. But this is December 23rd, close to a holiday. AFC North rivalry. Who knows? But then I have us losing it to the Seahawks, but finishing it off with a win against the Ravens. I have us 11-6.
11-6 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Listen, man, I let me since I'm low, let me let me shoot myself some bail here. I believe I gave us this loss to the Rams. Listen, I don't know, it's just something about their jerseys or something. When I saw that logo, I said loss, just something. But they're not that good, we could easily win that. I also have us being swept by the Bengals, which could happen, but really could it happen? Like, I don't know. We're division rivals. It's kind of crazy. Brenden is like dying. You did not mute yourself, by the way.
I did?
I know you tapped it. You got to leave that in.
Really?
Yeah. He tapped it. It didn't work. We heard the
Right.
cough. 100% heard the cough.
Hillary, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
Brenden.
It doesn't work on Discord, I guess.
It doesn't work on
That's
Discord.
crazy.
Yeah, we could. But yeah, we could easily sneak one from the Bengals, and like I think I have us losing to Jacksonville. They should be good, but I mean, what? And then the Packers, even like we could win that. There's definitely a bunch of winnable games, but also us being the Steelers, we got to remember we do tend to like lose to bad teams a lot. So the Texans, like, not to call them bad before the season starts, but they were bad before the season started last year. So it is what it is. They had a nice little draft class, but they've been bad for a while. So like we could easily drop that. The Cardinals, they're supposed to be bad. They could be bad up to the point that we actually play them, and then they beat us because, we just weren't ready that day. It happens. But especially in this late, you're telling me in week 15, we get the Colts? That's perfect timing. That's love the Colts. We do got some tougher games though with the Bengals, Seattle, and Ravens, but it is what it is. So once again, I am the lowest on the Steelers. What is Steven thinking?
He has us winning the 49ers week 1 game. I think the only one who has.
I mean, week 1 Steelers OP, so I could see
Yeah,
it.
it could happen. It could happen. At least recently. There were some Browns in like 2016, 17 were kind of
Oh yeah, Boswell was.
Yeah, I think we tied them in like 18. Speaking of the Browns, though, week 2, Steven has us winning that. But he has us losing to the Raiders week 3. Interesting loss. That could happen, though. He has us beating the Texans, but then losing to the Ravens, then beating the Rams off the bye week, beating the Jags, beating the Titans,
Oh.
beating the Packers,
Oh,
beating
yeah.
the Browns,
Oh yeah.
but losing to the Bengals and losing to the Cardinals. Uh, and late in the season, Murray, if he is coming back, could be back, but I've heard he's maybe not even. He could miss his whole season, maybe. See about that, but he did say we tend to lose to bad teams, so not to call them bad before the season starts, but just and not to spoil other predictions as well. But yeah, then he has us beating the Patriots, beating the Colts, beating the Bengals, losing to the Seahawks, and beating the Ravens. He even has the Steelers 12-5.
12-5. Another 12 wins for the Steelers. I'm feeling it.
We're very optimistic. Hopefully, we're not setting ourselves up for disappointment, but I personally have faith in this team. I have faith in Kenny, George Pickens, all of our young talent to take a step up for their year 2 if they were a rookie, and even the ones who've been there for like a year or two, like Muth and Naj. I have faith in them to make the leap. The only person on this team I don't have faith in is Matt Canada. Everyone else, I think we're underrated.
You gotta
by
let
the
him cook.
General public.
Matt Canada finally he gets his team, Brendan. He finally gets Calvin Austin. You know, are you just sleeping on that? Because that's what they're saying. That's what they're trying to sell us. I mean,
maybe it's Calvin Austin. Maybe it is.
He finally gets his offense. Ben's out of there. He gets his offense. But anyway, with that said, with the averages, so we got 2 12s, 111, and 110 win season. The average, the total of that is 45. Like the total of that is 45. The average of that is 11. So I believe the over under for us, like for Team Ascent, would be over under 10.5, because it's 11. So 10.5 wins versus, I believe, on FanDuel, it was like 8.5 when it started. I don't have it down. What is it? I think it was 8 over under 8.5. So we're 2 games higher than the spread or whatever. So that's interesting. I mean, we're fans though.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Steelers will get over or under 10.5 wins? I definitely think it's possible. Once again, with this schedule, very easy. It's very easy schedule. There's a lot. Like, imagine if the Chiefs had this. Are you kidding me? There's a lot of teams who would like kill to have this schedule. So it is what it is. Hopefully we can capitalize. Hopefully we can win our games and do our thing. And hopefully we will make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl because, I'm a Steelers fan. Oh, and you know what? Before we end the video, I almost forgot. The Steelers are my second place team in the AFC North. What about you guys? What do you guys have them?
Yeah, I have them second place in the division.
I have them second as well, and so does Steven.
Damn, and Jimmy and Steven both have them at 12 wins, so that means there is a team really, really trying their best. If we get 12 wins and don't win the division, are you kidding me? That would be insane. So we'll see, but 12, that has to be a wild card spot at least. So it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I think that is going to do it from us at Ascent Sports for this video. Once again, if you liked, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, be on the lookout for the rest of these individual team predictions. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Oh, what a nice, look at the waves. Look how respectful these gentlemen are, man. Love to see it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know